City were in. But you know what I like about Man City? Man City go there and they say, listen, yeah, we're not spending more than X. Take it or leave it. What? Nah, that's too much. Walking away, bruv. That's what they do. They don't get drawn. They do not get drawn into bidding wars, bro. They go there with a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, and they're like, all right, cool, we want this, but we only want it for this price. Yeah, you're fucking around, we'll go somewhere else. And I rate that so much. That's why as soon as they saw, they went in there and they said, we're not willing to spend more than 100 M's on this youth. Arsenal were going to spend 105, cool, have him.
And if you look at Man City under Guardiola, like what you're saying about overpaying, I don't think, like people say 100 million for Grealish, that was a release clause. That wasn't a bid. Like it's a bit different when you're paying a release clause because you've got to pay a lot of it up front. But, you know, I generally think that Man City's business is second to none. They're looking at that player here, the Spanish midfielder for 40 million euros. I can't remember what his name is now. But you just know City will, even if they don't get Rice, they'll bring in someone else. They're looking at Vardial. A back two of Vardial and Diaz is just scary. You know, they'll bring someone in to replace Kyle Walker. Whether they
that's crazy. You're not wrong.
If you either put Rico Lewis there or you bring someone in, but Man City, look, listen, it's just they're just a different kettle of fish with recruitment. Some of the buys they've made under Guardiola have turned out like you look at like Diaz when everyone was there's a lot of clubs in. He chose City. Ederson's been a great buy for them. Their recruitment's just second to none. I wish our recruitment was like that.
Yeah, but bruv, they're the best run team in football for a reason, bro. And that's why they're getting this. Yeah, club, and that's why they're getting the success that they're getting, bro. It's not really a coincidence. It's not really a coincidence. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, I forgot about the Fred thing as well. Man City done the same thing. They were in for Fred as well. Do you know what I mean? Pump faked us as well, made us.
But then when the Rants, they spin it though, because they spin it to make the media spins it to make it look like Arsenal really beat Man City to the side.
No. But the media don't do that. It's only Arsenal fans that do that. I think
anyone
anyone with sense knows, that Man City get whoever they want in it. Like if Man City wanted to go higher, they would have went higher, bro. They didn't want Rice like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, man have got analogies for days, bro. Like it just is what it is, bro. You might like a girl, but there's certain things you're just not willing to do for her. You know,
can someone tell me what phase 4 and phase 5 is?
We don't know, fam. You know what I mean? We don't know. Do you know what I mean? So it's just one of them things, bro. There might be a girl, you might think, yeah, she's nice. But I'm not willing to take, I'm willing to take her out, but there's certain restaurants I'm not willing to take her, bro. I'm not willing to spend over £100 on this date, or bro, there's levels to this. You know what I mean? There's certain gal that you're like, you know what? I'll firm it, and maybe I'll spend a little bit more. There's certain gal it's like, nah, it's a Nuggets thing, bro. You know, bro.
And a McFlurry.
Bruv, it's Nuggets and nothing, bruv. Maybe a McFlurry. You know, like that. And this is exactly what it is. Like, Declan Rice wasn't worth more than Nuggets and a McFlurry. That's why Man City said, nah, it's cool. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not that. Trust me, everyone's got an idea in their head of what they're willing to do, innit? Certain man ain't willing to do certain things for certain things, bruv. You know, like that. And that's what it was. Them man weren't ready to do it. They weren't ready to do what needed to be done to get Declan because it wasn't that deep to them. Do you understand? Whereas Arsenal blew their load on him, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Them man went and used their credit card on Declan. Do you know what I'm saying? They done it now. Do you know what I mean? And now they got to work overtime now. You know, like that.
Overtime's an understatement.
And this is
2 jobs,
bro. 105, cuz. You know, like that for one player. That's crazy.
Like if you look at some of the other businesses, it blows my mind that Arsenal think that they're going to be better with Kai Havertz and Declan Rice compared to Granit Xhaka and Partey.
Yeah.
Like they're going to be worse off. Mm-hmm. And they've spent under Arteta now more than £600 million. You have got to be winning Premier League titles. Like they've spent more than any team other than Chelsea in the last 10 years. Right?
Is that a fact?
Oh, sorry. It's incorrect. In the last 5 years, they spent more than any team in Europe other than Chelsea.
Fuck.
And Chelsea have done theirs recently in the last window.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
2.
it's true because they done the transfer record, didn't they?
Arsenal have been slowly building this up. 50
Mm.
million on, like if you look back to the last 10 years, 50 million on Aubameyang, 50 million on Lacazette, 50 million on Ben White, 50 million on Jesus, 45 million on Partey, 35 million on Ramsdale.
Mm.
But then what they do is they caveat that by saying, look, we got Martinelli for 4 million. No one cares. I'm not talking about that. Gabriel was another 27 million. Zinchenko was 30 odd million. Tierney was 30 odd million. Exactly. Bodar, Shearer, 700 million. No trophies besides the FA Cup.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
700 million pounds.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Also, Super Chat, he said, you love our Arsenal phases, but City have an aging squad and Pep is out in 2025. So what are you saying?
How they've got an aging squad?
So they don't, but anyway, do you know what I mean? So what does that mean? So does that mean Arsenal going to win the league in 2025? Is that what you're saying to me?
They're not winning anything under Arteta. Like Man City have got the best director of football and head scout of all time. This guy built La Masia, Tixi Birkenstein, who built arguably the greatest ever academy assembled that churned out player after player after player after player after player. He is now Man City's director of football and head scout. Why do you think the likes of Phil Foden, Kyle Palmer, and Rico Lewis have been brought through to their 11? Do you know how good Man City is? They've basically cloned David Silva. They've said, that's what we want, clone him. And they've brought out players after players. How much did you spend on R9? Like, that's one player. Like, we've made 2 players in our history over £50 million. Arsenal have done 4 in the last 2 years.
Yeah, it's mad still. I didn't realize, man, 700 M's. I didn't know it was that, you know.
And they've got a lot. They spent 35 million on Vieira, and I've seen more meat on a chip than this guy.
Yeah, he's not good. But I think Arsenal fans know that, though, to be fair. Like I don't think going at Vieira is going to rile up any Arsenal fans. They know he's shit.
No, but like I'm still saying, in terms of the money they've spent, 35 million on him is awful. But Henry, they're only starting phase 4 because they've got elite PR and no other football club. Henry, stop pocket watching. What are you talking about, Abdul? Like, chill yourself out. When you look at, what do you mean stop pocket watching? You've spent 700 million. So what's your end goal? What are these? What's phase 1, 2, 3, and 4? What phase are Man City in? They've just won the treble.
Bruv, Henry, you know what we do, yeah? You know what we do? We just wait until May when they don't win the league again after spending all this money. Because you know what it is, yeah? With these Arsenal fans, there's too many of them. There's no point stressing yourself out, yeah? These men are like cockroaches, bro. This is just what it is. As soon as you mention their name, they are there. They're like Candyman, bruv. As soon as you
Henry
say something,
he's league honor. Like, what is this?
Bruv, these guys turn up and they chat shit, bruv. And then listen, at the end of the year, it's always the same copium. Oh, we almost done it. We almost this, almost that, almost.
Yeah, as I said last time,
bruv. Whatever, bruv. This is it.
Flipping Don Robbie doing up Captain America speeches at the Etihad for them to get slapped.
Yeah.
Like to lose 7-2 on aggregate to your rival for the Premier League title is madness. Like, it's absolutely madness. And they talk about, oh, we've got character. Well, you haven't, because we managed to beat Man City every single... I'd still put £5 on Tottenham to beat Man City this season. We're just like living in their head rent-free. Whenever Guardiola's coming out saying, what's an achievement? Scoring at Spurs.
Yeah.
We're inside it. Arsenal, when they come against Man City, De Bruyne turns into flipping Michael Jordan.